part of the Douglas Sirk in Germany set of the Masters in Cinema series. We have 1935's April, the first full-length feature film in this set, and something that I was unsure about what I was getting. Now, I really enjoyed the shorts. I felt they were punchy, they were easy, they weren't full of characters or characters that really evolved throughout the story. So I was wondering how they were going to tackle a feature-length film. Now, it's only 82 minutes, and this comedy film really does pack a lot of laughs, a lot of funny situations, and some great characters into that runtime. It's all about a businessman, Julius Lamp, who has a pasta factory, who's rising up in the world in a sudden increase of wealth and his social standing.
In diesem Augenblick traf ein persönliches Handschreiben seiner prinzliche Durchlaucht des Prinzen von Holstenböhlau ein.
Of course, when you have this kind of wealth and social standing, there are people who are not going to like it. A little bit of the green-eyed monster is going to come out here, and someone decides to kind of bring him down a peg or two by phoning him, pretending to be the secretary of a prince, and saying that he would come and visit the factory tomorrow. Building up that esteem amongst all the rest of the social crew that's at his house, because the prince is coming to view his factory, and ultimately the fall from grace next day as the prince doesn't appear. And it's when the next day kicks in that we're going to get a lot of the shenanigans throughout this one, which are really kind of funny, really varied in whether it be the language, the misinterpretation of characters, or just funny sight gags. It really does layer on the laughs, and they're all great. But at the heart of this one, they kind of push a little bit of emotion into it, because Lamp realises it's a prank, and he's trying to justify all this and not lose his face, so he hires someone to pretend to be the prince.
Also das ist ja eine Idee. Ja, das ist eine Idee. Was denn? Da könnte doch genauso gut jeder andere den Prinzen spielen.
Luckily, or unfortunately, the prince has read in the newspaper that he's supposed to be at this factory today and decides, well, if it's in the newspaper, I better make it happen. So we've got the fake prince touring this factory, who everyone is falling at their feet, and we've got the actual prince who's there, who nobody realises who he is and is just treating him like a common schmo. But the prince is loving this, as is the fake prince, and it's just that kind of connection he has with the secretary that has a kind of love story throughout the film, kind of anchoring everything together. And although the movie starts off with the Lamp factory family, who are all great, and the main figure here was also the main character, the imaginative invalid, it's great to see this family unit and how their sudden rise to power within the community kind of warts them a little bit, and almost get their Schadenfreude throughout the film.
Ja, habe ich Ihnen nicht einen Prinzen hingelegt, der sich gewaschen hat?
Was, Sie sind gar kein Prinz?
Aber Lampe, Sie haben mich doch selber als Prinz engagiert.
I loved the interplay between the prince and everyone, because he is having an absolute whale of a time. Nobody knows who he is, nobody is really bowing at him, and they're all talking about the prince in some kind of derogatory fashion, and he just finds it tickling. He just finds it so funny that he enjoys this until he meets somebody who he has a genuine connection with, and it's good for him because he knows that they're not interested in his stature, they're just interested in him.
Prinz Heinrich...
Quatsch, bin ich der Portier, mit mir brauchen solches Theater nicht zu machen überhaupt. Wie sehen Sie denn aus? Da läuft denn so ein Prinz rum?
Watching Lamp struggle to deal with everything that's going on is kind of funny, and to realise that he falls in a lot to his own traps of realising that there has been a cross, a double cross, a triple cross, as he's fooled himself throughout his own actions, is something that just keeps this film really funny and going and evolving in different ways. I felt I knew where this was going to go, and I was surprised to find it go in different directions that were really interesting and different. I loved the location as well, whether it's in the office of the prince, whether it's in the home of the Lamps, whether it's in the factory, as we see different things being made there. It's all wonderful settings and something that's really kind of fun to be part of. I was so enamoured with April. I found it to be funny, engaging, great characters, wonderful situations, and did little twists that I wasn't expecting. The feature-length film has great pacing. It really knows how to layer this story, when to ramp up the speed, when to pull back a little bit, what elements to focus on. The characters were all tremendous, and it's fun because they're all kind of playing various roles throughout this where they have to kind of chop and change depending on the situation that we're watching. It's all really fun and engaging. I had a great time with this one, and as this is the first feature and last film on the first disc, let's dive in and have a look at the extras. Disc 1 of the Sirk in Germany set. Now at the top here we have April, the feature film that's on this disc. You have it with German LPCM mono and audio commentary by David Melville Wingrove. Then we have Two Greyhounds, 3 times before the silent, present silent with intertitles, before presented silent with subtitles, which is my preferred version, and The Imaginary Invalid, which is another great short. And that's it. Disc 1. There we have it. April. That's 4 movies into this set. I love it. Got 2 more to go. I would highly recommend it. I can't go on enough about how great this set is. A real surprise for me this year. I'd love to know your opinion, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.